What's up guys, JCPunk96 here back again. I've tried to do this video 5 times now and the sound is not working very well, so I'm try to do it this way. So I went to the library yesterday and I got 3 books. These 2 I have not started yet, but I hope to start them tonight. We got the Hardcore Diaries with Mick Foley, and we got the Hitman Heart book. And then we have the Showdowns book. I've read about halfway through it, and it's the 20 greatest rivalries or showdowns. And this was written by Jeremy Roberts. But here are the rules you had to follow. Only 20 rivalries. Rivalries had to come from mid-1990s, but the rule, I'll get to this in a minute. To be considered rivalry, it had to include a series of matches and played over an extended time. And finally, the rivalries should have generated more than one Hall of Fame match. Alright, now here are the rules you have to follow. Only 20 rivalries. Rivalries from 1900 to 2010. To be considered rivalry, it had to come from a series of time. Now, that's the challenge. You guys post your video responses below, and I'll try to get to those as soon as possible. Next is if you guys have a question, I want you to post it in the comment section below, the comment section on my page, or send me a personal message and I will answer your question in video. Now, I'm like human wrestling encyclopedia, and I know I've studied a lot of wrestling books, and a lot of people say because I'm young I couldn't know much, but I want to tell you guys a little story about Frank Gotch and I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Hackenschmidt, and if I wasn't trying to remember his name I could tell you guys. But anyway, they had this big rivalry. To this day, it's probably the first rivalry ever that people can remember. Now, it's always been an important part because this was before the days of television. It was George Hackenschmidt, that was his name. Alright, so George Hackenschmidt and Frank Gotch. Hackenschmidt came from Russia, and he wanted to get some new competition. Now, at this time, wrestling was still not a very, it was like a circus thing. They would travel from circus to circus. Well, Hackenschmidt was the most traditional guy from, he wrestled Greco-Roman wrestling, kind of what we see today in the Olympics. And that was his style of wrestling, where Gotch, at this time, he was kind of a freestyle wrestler. More of what we saw in the 50s and the 60s. What I've read about Gotch is, if you can compare him to 2 guys, I'd most likely compare him to a Ric Flair in some ways and a Mick Foley in other ways. Just because he's kind of got that Mick Foley bringing new elements to the ring, but he was still a very dirty wrestler like Ric Flair was. Or the Iron Sheik or somebody like that. But anyway, they had a great match. The match lasted over an hour at that time, and it was a 3-fall match. Lasted over an hour, and I can't remember who won that. I'm pretty sure it was Gotch, because Hackenschmidt just walked out. He walked out. We don't know if it was because, I think it was Hackenschmidt who walked out. But Gotch used to oil his body, so you couldn't get a very good hold on him. And because of Gotch or Hackenschmidt's Greco-Roman style, it was more of a grab and pull down style. I don't know why I'm doing all those hand motions, but uh, Hackenschmidt walked out because it wasn't clear if he was just exhausted or if he was frustrated because he couldn't do anything. So Gotch won that very first match. Well, later on, this was before television. Keep that in mind. Uh, they wanted to have a rematch, and so they uh, set one up in Chicago, and they were both training very hard. The date was set months before, and somehow Hackenschmidt hurt his leg. It said that uh, uh, Gotch hired somebody to hurt Hackenschmidt's leg. It's not completely true, but later on, Gotch found out how big their check was going to be if they could wrestle. So Gotch supposedly had a hurt neck the next match, and because of Hackenschmidt's hurt leg, both management's departments and uh, Hackenschmidt, I don't remember who all made this deal, but it was both management parties, but they made a deal that Gotch would throw one of the falls and give it to Hackenschmidt so the fans wouldn't lose interest. But Gotch ended up taking both falls, and I guess that was the very first screw job, I guess you could say. So, you have any questions, send them to me, and I'm going to try to do more impression videos. So, I'm JC Punk, and if you want to see my John Cena Royal Rumble entrance, press here on my finger. Right there. It's only going to be up for like 5 more seconds. Alright, no? Alright, well, I'm ending it.